Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hello, my beautiful pile ones. Welcome back to my channel. We're here doing another pick a card love reading, doing the weekly, what are your person's real and true thoughts and feelings towards you in the connection right now. So you guys know the drill. It's a general reading. If it resonates, awesome, do whatever you want with it. If it isn't resonating or something just isn't quite landing, whatever message or information that is, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and you can actually get a personal reading for $25 where it's just you or their thoughts and feelings towards you, okay? Again, check the description box below for booking details. So, pile 1, you guys were drawn to the Rhodochrosite. Palmstone, let's see what your person's main default energy is towards you in the connection. At this time, we got the Bone Collector showing up in the reverse, being clarified and expanded on by the combined energies of the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor in the reverse. I'm definitely picking up on some complicated energies here. Let's look at the Bone Collector in the reverse. It says, the past has a way of repeating itself when you haven't learned the lesson of the original situation you're faced with this now. The Bone Collector challenges you to see yourself as a whole being and not one who is perpetually trying to heal an old wound. You'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim the things you believe were lost. The information you seek lies in your history. Familiarity in this case isn't an invitation to dance the old dance once again. It is a call to retreat and choose differently this time. The Bone Collector has a message. If you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Her warning is delivered with kindness, for she has deep love and respect for you. She will protect you. So I mean, your person could be looping. There could be some triggers going on here. Let me find out first what is going on in terms of your person's actual thoughts and feelings to see what direction this is taking, okay? And then I'll let you know what the main energy is. I mean, they do see you as somebody, or this connection itself as being very loving, maybe even a connection they might want to eventually commit to with the King of Pentacles there, but with the Emperor in the reverse showing up at the back, showing up in the main spread, there's some issues that your person is dealing with, okay? Let's find out. Pile one's person, real, true, honest thoughts and feelings, please, towards pile one. Pile one's person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one. Let's do one more shuffle. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one in the connection. Living single. I like you, but I love me more. Looking out for number one. We're going to get 6 total, you guys. Yeah, it is already coming through that your person is holding you in this connection at arm's length. Very much so. And there is a lot of back and forth going on in their energy when it comes to you into this connection. And then at the back of the deck, we have, aren't you tired of dealing with my bullshit yet? Okay, and so, let's see. Out on the board, we have living single. I like you, but I love me more. Looking out for number one. We have you are my future, but that came out with I'm not yet over my ex / the third party. We also have your heart is safe with me. It's just a game to me and I choose you. This feels like a push and pull going on with your person. And then with the bone collector showing up in the reverse, this does feel like somebody that might be, this could be a third party situation for those of you where that resonates, but this could just be a third party situation where it's the memory of a past person that's getting in the way, not wanting to like repeat past mistakes. You know, this could be your person being very leery at diving head or feet first into this connection because they're holding very close to their heart and close to the vest as a way to kind of keep themselves mentally and emotionally separated and distanced from you know, allowing anybody to get too close to them because of what happened to them in the past, okay? We also have, yeah, oh, I already said that, okay. Let me look at the bone collector in the reverse again. Okay, you know, your person is seeing you as somebody that they believe that they can trust, but again, they're... And let me see if that's an active energy. Let me see if the past, if that, I'm not over my ex / the third party. Let me see where that's coming from. This feels like your person's saying they're not going to be a safe space for you as long as, you know, that energy of the ex or the third party is active. Okay, and I just got these. Man, there's a lot of these that are out of order. And I'm probably not going to remember. There we go. Okay, wasn't that bad. All right, let me look. I am, you know, with you are my future coming out with I'm not over my ex / the third party, that almost feels like, you know, your person saying if they could get the memory or that person out of the way. There's almost a but there. You are my future, but let me blah, 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 blah first, right? There's like a caveat there. What's going on with I'm not over my ex / the third party? They may have been walked away from, okay, which, who left? This isn't necessarily carrying the energy of abandonment there with the 8 of Cups. This may be your person feeling like they were the ones that needed to walk away for whatever. There we go. Okay. I mean, yeah, maybe. It could be abandonment because the 5 of Pentacles literally came out, okay? That could be about, you know, whoever walked away from the connection, whether it was your person or the other person, what it resulted in was your person feeling like they lost everything, okay? They lost where they were living. They may have even become homeless because of it. There's this energy of like, I had to start all over again, right? And that's the memory that they're holding on to. Is this pile one's person still being hung up on the ex? Yeah, some of that is there, okay? It's a little bit of both. Your person is still hung up on the ex or the third party, and they're also hung up on how they lost everything as a result of having to leave that connection with that past person, okay? Why do we have, it's just a game to me, why is that there? What is just a game? Yeah, your person feels like they might be, okay, that's while they're healing, okay? They're having a hard time taking things seriously between the two of you. That could have just been their overall energy, maybe when they first met you with the Page of Wands here, because they were still hurting or depressed over what happened between them and, you know, an ex or a past third party. It could have kept them from really committing to this connection, even though your person's, because we have the King of Pentacles here showing up in the reverse. In the main spread, their overall energy towards you, they see you as somebody. They see this connection as one that they could and maybe even desire to commit to, but that has not been the energy that they've just kind of been in. I'm feeling like that's collectively like an overall general energy. They may not have, you know, they may have met you during a time when they weren't ready to commit, right? They may have approached this connection with you, you know, in a very lighthearted, kind of a flirty, no strings attached manner, because with, you know, the Five of Cups showing up here, your person just they didn't have the space emotionally to do that. They were in the process of grieving another connection, or they were just grieving altogether, some kind of a loss, okay? Again, yeah, I mean, a third party doesn't always have to be romantic, right? Let's find out. Tell me more about the third party energy here, or the ex. It could be somebody your person is still, you know, still talking to. This could also be someone that they were able to kind of gain a different perspective about. Like they're seeing that person and that connection differently now. It could be a connection that is now on the back burner as far as your person is concerned. Could be a Pisces. Yeah, it's not anybody they're committed to. This may not have been somebody that they may have been committed to. That could just be a third party, okay? Pisces or an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This doesn't feel like it's an active connection anymore. Yeah, okay, with the Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse. This is somebody they're still in the process of healing from, okay? We also have I choose you. Your person is living single. What they're saying for now is they're living single because there seems to be some kind of emotional baggage tied to their past that they're needing to get through, needing to work through, needing to heal through, okay? What's going on with at the back of the deck? Aren't you tired of dealing with my bullshit yet? What is that? Oh, Your person might know, pile one, that you want something more with them, that just never quite got off the ground. You know, that's being clarified with the Four of Wands and then the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Does that mean that well, you know, the good news is that the potential is there. However, it is being clouded by, you know, maybe confusion or, you know, too many options or difficulty shutting the door to, you know, other options. A fear of missing out is also coming through that your person might possibly have. And your person is, okay, so is this active energy currently? No, it's not. Okay, that's a weakening energy. That's energy that's on its way out. Okay. You know, something could have happened, you know, between the two of you where your person, now they see you as somebody that they could and maybe even want to commit to it. It says so right there, you are my future, but it's like they have to get over something first. Okay, something's tied to their past. And then it's like they can choose you. You know, as long as they are being influenced, or as long as there is wounding that's coming in between the two of you, your person is stuck in survival mode with I like you, but I love me more. They're just looking out for number one. And that's why they're kind of flabbergasted what they're saying, pile one, that you've hung on, or you've hung in there as long as you have. But this feels like your person understanding and realizing they got to get their shit together. Tell me about living single. That living single feels like your person, like, that's the only way that they can really... There's something about your person understanding and realizing they're not able to be in any kind of a committed relationship at this point in time. They're no good for anyone at this point in time because they are dealing with some kind of emotional baggage tied to their past that they maybe, you know, they haven't really been dealing with the best of ways. Some kind of emotional baggage and or pain that has been keeping your person kind of in this survival mode where it has been, like, you know, just everyone, you know, out for themselves kind of a mentality. Tell me more about living single. They see you as somebody who's very genuine, and there might even be love and true care and affection between the two of you with that Queen of Cups in the upright position. But it's like, you know, they're not really able to take that energy and make anything of it right now because there's still pain tied to the past. Living single, tell me more about that. They're saying they're oh, with the Eight of Pentacles being up in the reverse. Yeah, if there's any energy that, and they're coming through saying the reason why they're living single is because that just kind of permits them to not have to focus any of their time, effort, and attention. Your person prefers to be lazy right now. They prefer to be all about themselves, but there's an emphasis on right now. There is this desire from your person to want to revisit this connection at some point in the future after maybe they've had some time to get over, you know, what happened to them with a past person. I'm not getting a lot of your person wanting to just sow their wild oats. Now, we did have the fear of missing out come out before, but that's just, you know, what do they call that? Scarcity mindset, you know, stemming from a space of like a scarcity mindset. But your person just, you know, they're being lazy right now with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. And they're saying, you know, they're not really in a heart space or a mind space to really commit to any kind of an exclusive committed relationship right now. They're just, you know, that's just where they're at. Tell me about I choose you. That feels like it's out in the future. It's showing up right underneath the card that says you are my future. Yeah, that's what this feels like. It's like you are my future, pile one. But for now, I have some things that I need to work through. I have some issues that I have to deal with. They feel largely internal. They have some things they need to get over and work through. Your heart is safe with me. Tell me more about that. I got the 10 of Wands, and ooh, the Queen of Wands. They see you as somebody who is worth putting in effort. They see you as somebody who is worth the hard work and the effort to maintain. But as we saw earlier, and your person is saying they're not against that. They're not against putting in the work for you when they have that kind of energy reserve possible. Your person, for whatever reason, is just like they're not ready for that yet. Very much on the yet. Okay, this is kind of giving me the essence of somebody that knows that they have a marathon coming up, and so, or when sports teams have a big game coming up, and so they're in preparation for it, right? They're not wanting to do anything in the interim. It's like they're, what do they call that? Preserving their energy, kind of gearing themselves up for that. Your person knows what you want, pile one. They know that you want them to step up, and that you want them to claim you and maybe give you something more committed. They also see you as being very worthy of that. And they're saying that when they are in, when they are in the right headspace and the heart space, that's what they want to be able to give to you. But they're just not in that heart space and that headspace right now. For some reason, your person is still kind of in this space where it's like they're not ready to take anything seriously. And it really feels like they don't have the mental and the emotional reserve to take anything other than themselves seriously at this point in time. However, this is not a hard line no. This is like not for now. They're not saying never, right? For those of you, there's an energy of your person saying like, they're not against at all, like having something more committed and exclusive with you, but just not at this time. In fact, it's one of those things where they're like, they choose you and they see you as being a part of their future. But they got to work through some stuff first. That's all that keeps coming through. They got to work through something first. And, they want to get themselves to a point where they feel there's nothing holding them back. Because they are clocking that they feel held, like they're holding themselves back. What is that? Where's that coming from? Okay. Yeah, and see, the future vision is there with the three of Wands, but they're just very unclear as to how to make it happen. How do I, get past what was done to me? How do I, oh my goodness, you guys, the video ran out. So I'm just going to tell you what the ending of the video, okay? Or your guys' reading, I should say. My phone overheated and cut it off. That's what happens when you batch record. It's the first time it's ever actually happened, but anyway. That could also be indicative of maybe there may have been like a premature cutting off of this connection, but there's every intention of starting it up again, finishing what they started, right? And so, if you guys are experiencing some kind of like your person kind of just withdrawing their energy from you and from this connection, just not showing up, even cutting things off, separation, your person has every intention of revisiting or coming back to you into this connection, because there is this vibe here, pile one, that if they're gonna like commit to anyone, it's gonna be you. We had the Four of Wands that was showing up, you know, in terms of like if they wanted to commit to you, which is an absolute yes. Like they have every intention. They want the Four of Wands energy. They want consistency. They want to stabilize a connection with you and to ground something in reality, to make you more of a part of their everyday life. But there's just this vibe that your person is not in the mental and the emotional space to do that right now. Okay, again, they got some baggage they're needing to work through. There might be some habits that they're needing to you know, rework. You know, there's something about your person feeling like they need to get themselves I'm hearing back into, they need to get themselves back into commitment mode, and which they're saying they're not opposed to that at all. In fact, that is something that they actually desire, but there are some things they're needing to work through. And maybe there is some energies where your person is feeling like, you know, they might feel like they need to sow their wild oats. Okay, it's not the strongest of energies, but your person kind of being in survival mode right now with I like you, but I love me more, and looking out for number one, that card. They need to work out some things within their own energetic makeup, within their own wounding, that they know is going to get in the way. Your person is being very practical. They're being very logical. They know what you want, and they want to be able to give that to you authentically, naturally. They don't want to feel like they're going to have to force themselves into a role they're not yet ready for. And they do understand that there's a risk that's coming with that, but they're trying to stay true to themselves and stay true to you. Your person is understanding if they try to force themselves to do something they're not yet really ready for, you know, they're not going to work out. Things could end disastrously. And so with this living single, your person is being very authentic in that energy. They truly see themselves as not yet being capable of not only pursuing commitment, but maintaining it. Your person is saying like, I can give you the label if that's what you want, but it's not going to be the experience at this point in time that you're really wanting to have. And so your person is, you know, they're not in it for the label. Your person is saying, you know, if they're going to commit to you, it's going to be for real. And that it's going to come from a real space that your person is in, where it's like, okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready to show up every day. I'm ready to choose pile one in this commitment every single day. You know, I'm ready to, you know, create a stable home life with pile one when I'm ready for it. They're just not ready for it right now. All right, pile one, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by subscribing if you haven't already done so. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, pile one, and I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Pile two, what is going on? Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We're tapping in and channeling your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection at this time. All right. And so just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general collective reading. Whatever resonates, run with it. Claim it if you want to. If something or a message or information isn't quite landing, just drop that and leave it behind for the people that it does resonate with. Okay. So I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for all the booking details. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, so go check them out. All right, pile two. Y'all were drawn to the Rainbow Moonstone. The main card out. So what we're doing is we're looking at your person's main overall default energy towards you in the connection at this time. So we have rescue in the reverse, and then that's being clarified by the Hierophant in the reverse, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so rescue in the reverse says, are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all of your troubles? Reverse, the rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to stop. You need to take a step back and rescue yourself. Trust that spirit will guide you to expose the illusion so that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. So, this feels like your person, they're not seeing things clearly. The Hierophant in the reverse, this is somebody that feels like they're bucking tradition, not conforming to, you know, maybe what you want or what this connection is calling, you know, forth from them. They could be, you know, with the Knight of Cups, I mean, there's a genuine connection here, right, that your person feels towards you, pile 2, but it doesn't feel like they're really honoring it. In fact, there is quite a bit of avoidance coming through. Your person could be living this connection out more in the fantasy realm. They could feel safer there because that Hierophant in the reverse, that's not that's not traditional, right? And so your person could be somebody, you know, who has a very sweet and romantic nature, but they're not expressing from that space. In fact, it's almost like they're not conforming to their own wants, needs, and desires when it comes to you into this connection. It's like they're rebelling against you in this connection is what it feels like. And then the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, that's your person not taking the time necessary to really invest. I'm hearing significantly, to not invest significantly in this connection. Let's see what direction this is going to be going in for you guys. Let's find out what their overall thoughts and feelings are towards you at this time to see what direction this is going. Pile 2's person, real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 at this time. One more shuffle. Show me pile 2's person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2, please. Pile 2's person, real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2. Ooh, they're very closed off. There we go. They go back and forth with this. Okay, it did want to come out in the direction that said this is true love, so I am going to note that, but I'm going to put that off to the side because at the other side of that, that feels like it's also relevant. It says attachment, not love. Okay, limerent. Confusing attachment for true love. This could be one of their problems. Again, there is avoidance coming through in your person's energy, but we'll find out again what's going on here. Pile 2's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 at this time. Trust issues. Yep. Okay. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 at this time. We're going to get 6 of these out total. Healing from heartbreak. Okay, that's a good sign because the other side of that says still heartbroken. So at least they're not, you know, if there is heartbreak there, they are currently working on healing from it. Letting something go. I'm not a safe space for you. Yeah, okay. Give me a couple more. Their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 and their connection with pile 2. We aren't right for each other. I like you, but I love me more. Okay? And then at the back of the deck, we have I only have eyes for you. Let me look at The first card there. Tell me, whoa, man. Okay. Your person's primary issue with you in this connection at this point in time is they don't trust it. Okay. They're not trusting their own feelings for you at this point in time. And so that Hierophant showing up in the reverse, that could be your person simply not conforming because they're not quite sure if it's what they think it is. Okay. Is this pile one's or pile two's person questioning their own feelings? For pile two? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Okay. This is wish fulfillment. And they don't trust it. Okay. Let's look at trust issues real quick. And so, the first card out says this is true love, but they're not trusting it. And the fact that it did come out in that dynamic where it says, you know, this is true for you guys. This is how your person feels. This is what they detect underneath all of the fear, all of the doubt and stuff like that. But they have trust issues. And it's not you, and it's not even necessarily the connection that they're not trusting. They're questioning their own, like, do I really love pile two? Is this really true love, or am I not seeing things clearly? Is this just my way of wanting to escape, you know, my pain or something? They're trying to figure out, like, is this really true love, or am I just codependent? Am I just limerent? You know, is that kind of an energy? Tell me more about trust issues, please. Okay, we got the Six of Swords and the Two of Wands. That feels like your person always, they don't trust it. This is how much they don't trust it, pile two. They feel the need to keep the doors to other options open. They're not choosing you in this connection, but that's coming from a space of fear. They don't trust themselves. Your person has trust issues, so there's always an exit point for them. You know, and that's not them fully choosing this connection. You know, they're like, where's the exit at? You know, always having an eye towards the exit. Tell me more about, until they figure things out anyway. Yeah, and then with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that's them, like, fearing betrayal, fearing being backstabbed. Is this trust issues? Do they not trust themselves? Is that Ten of Swords? Yeah, that's them. Your person has trust issues to the point where they feel the need to keep their options open, and they know that that's not going to be something, at least in when it comes to, and again, that's what I'm hearing, and that's a trauma response, okay? Your person has trust issues. They don't trust relationships. They don't trust, they just don't trust it. And so they're saying they juggle. There was the Two of Pentacles that came out if you weren't looking at the screen. They only feel safe keeping their options open. And it's coming from a space of them expecting things between the two of you to not work out, to not pan out. So they're like, why would I shut the door to any other options if it's your person is almost like it's inevitable that things between the two of you are going to end anyway. So, you know, just cut out the middleman and just, you know, it's one of those things, like, why have a commitment if it never works out? why, you know. That your person does not trust, they don't trust commitment. They don't trust love, like real actual love. That Knight of Cups energy right here, they don't trust it. That's why they're in the Seven of Pentacles energy in the reverse. That's why they're not investing in it. It's one of those things like, you know, why would I invest in something that's only going to end? Okay. Tell me about healing from heartbreak. That doesn't feel like that's the truth, though. Healing from heartbreak. Is pile two's person actually healing? Yes or no? They are. Their trust issues feels like it stems from something that they had to walk away from. It wasn't easy too with the Ten of Swords. So we got the Two of Cups. There's again the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. They're almost, and that's something that they're having to heal from. They're still dealing with that though. They still see commitment, you know, monogamous relationships is something that they'll eventually, that's going to eventually lead to betrayal. See how this looks? It's like you got the Two of Cups, right? Everything's blissful. There's two people on the same page coming together, making, you know what I mean? Making that commitment. And then it's like at some point, you know, things could be peaceful, things could be working out, and then bam, here comes betrayal. Like hitting them out of nowhere. Okay, they got some major trust issues when it comes to that. And that could be what they're healing from, trying to heal from. An experience like that may have happened to them in the past. I'm telling you, your person does not trust committed relationships. Tell me about I'm not a safe space for you. It's not because of competition. That's not it with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Why are you not a safe space for pile two then? Okay. They're not going to give you your flowers in this energy. They're not going to match your energy. With the Queen of Wands coming up in the reverse, this is like, yeah, you know, they see you. They see your worth. They know what you want. They're not going to match it. But that feels like, you know, for somebody to not give a Queen of Wands her flowers, that's going to come from it. But what's coming through? It's coming through in the energy of somebody that's almost like, oh, what's an example? Like, say if they were to, like, if they did something to you that hurt your feelings, and they know that it hurt your feelings, it's not that they don't care that they hurt your feelings, but there's something about coming outright and apologizing and making up for it that makes your person feel, for some reason, they're very uncomfortable with stuff like that, okay? There's something that your person, they're very uncomfortable with giving you your flowers, giving you attention, giving you accolades, giving you compliments, letting you know how happy you make them, or letting you know how beautiful you are. There's almost this energy of like, you know, they're not a safe space for you because they're just not going to match your energy. It's not about competition. It's not about third parties. Again, at the back of the deck, we have I only have eyes for you. That's not where the problem is. The problem is your person not being able, for whatever reason, not feeling comfortable letting you know that they love you. Yeah, I mean, it's coming from a space of they're questioning whether or not that love that they feel for you is real, or if it's just being motivated by, you know, maybe attachment or codependency, right? Or even addiction, codependence. But there's also something here being like, even when they do know that it's true love, or they are in that space, they feel very uncertain's not even the word. There's almost a shyness. It's not so much like they're afraid you're gonna, you know, get a big head, or you're gonna, you know, I don't know. It's weird. What is that energy? I need to sit down. What is that energy? The only way that I know to describe it, you know, your person could very much live in their heads and think about you all the time and even fantasize about you and even think about, you know, what a future might hold between the two of you. But they never communicate that stuff to you because they don't feel comfortable letting you know those things, letting you know that they think about you all the time. Help me understand where that's coming from, pile two's person. They feel like it'll give you an advantage over them. And yeah, I mean, there is a part of them that is afraid that it'll go to your head. They might be afraid of appearing weak. Simp. They don't want to look like a simp to you or to anybody else. But that's coming from a space of like, you know, if they let you know how much they want you, then they're afraid you'll take that information and use it against them. Like they're afraid that you'll take their feelings for you and use their feelings for you against them. You'll take advantage of them to, you know, for your own selfish reasons. This is their fear. Okay. Tell me about we aren't right for each other. Why is that here? They give up too easily. Yeah, there's a very fickle energy coming through with your person, pile two. There's no resilience in them when it comes to connections. They just give up too easily. They're not in it for the long haul or the fight, at least right now, right? That could change as, you know, they heal more from whatever heartbreak they, you know, endured. Tell me about I like you, but I love me more. What's that all about? Yeah, that's why they're keeping their options open. That's survival mode. You know, I like you, but I love me more. Looking out for number one. That's your person being in survival mode. And it could be because they're still in the process of healing from heartbreak. That's what wounding does. It kicks your nervous system into protective, you know, protective mode. Tell me more about we aren't right for each other, though. Yeah, you're ready for commitment and they're not. You're ready for stability and consistency and reliability and they're just not. They're still trying to figure something out when it comes to you and to this connection. But this also feels like they're trying to figure themselves out. Your person is very, very up in the air about their feelings for you. Now, again, it's coming through as being genuine, true love. But for some reason, your person is not trusting it. Okay, they're still questioning, is it really love or is it attachment? And just so you know, pile two, it's coming through energetically. It really is love. Okay, but your person, because of their trust issues that it seems like they are actively working through, okay, some way, shape, or form, but those trust issues are still there. They're still coming up in the main spread. Tell me about I only have eyes for you. Yeah, they see you as the one, very much so. You're up on a pedestal. They couldn't see anybody else even if they tried, but they still don't trust it. With the Six of Wands here, okay? You're the one. They see you as the one. But you guys are not on the same page about a lot of things, and the reason why that is because your person is just very, what do they call that? Flighty. Very skittish. Your person is very skittish when it comes to this true love connection that they are feeling. They're rebelling. They are actively rebelling against it with the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, that Seven of Pentacles, that not investing. This is very low energy, low effort that your person is coming through when it comes towards you in this connection, but there's a reason why. It's not because the desire is not there. It is. For many of you, I mean, it says so right there. It's true love. Your person does love you. You do have a soft spot. They have a soft spot for you. You have a soft spot in their heart that you and only you occupy. But I'm hearing they don't want to trust it. Your person is very afraid of getting hurt. Very afraid of getting hurt. Very afraid of experiencing loss. All right, pile 2. That was your guys' reading. I hope that it resonated. Or at least I hope that it helped, okay? If it did resonate or if it helped you out in any way, if you got from this reading what you came here for, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated or how it helped. Your feedback, I very much appreciate it. And, you know, some of the, if there's any, you know, the constructive, positive, encouraging feedback, I always take it to heart. Yeah, become part of the family if you haven't already done so by smashing the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 2, I will see you guys at your next pick a card live reading. Bye, guys. What is going on, pile 3? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, what's up? My name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, which is so popular, especially on the channel here. And I understand why. All right, so we are tapping in and channeling through your person's real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection at this point in time. Just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general collective love reading. You know, so whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If a bit of information or a message comes through that doesn't quite land or it doesn't resonate, just drop that and leave it behind for the people that it does resonate with. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and you can even get a reading, a $25 reading of your person's exclusively their thoughts and feelings. Okay, so anyway, let's get into your reading, you guys. You were drawn to the Amazonite palm stone. I was kind of rambling. I don't normally do that for my pick a card intros, so that could be your person's energy. Maybe they ramble on, or they have a tendency maybe to get off on tangents or something like that. Let's look at their main overall default energy when it comes to you and the connection. We got the energy here of come together, and then we have the number 8, which could be significant. Could be the 8th of the month, could be the month of August. This carries, yeah, it carries the energy of reunion. So for those of you where you're separated from your person, that could be the main energy they're in towards you right now, is wanting to reunite, okay? But we'll see what the book has to say. And then we have the Page of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. I can see some back and forth energy here. We'll dive deeper into your person's actual thoughts and feelings towards you to see what direction this is going in, because I'm getting a couple of different messages here. So I do want to figure out, though, what's the main one. So let's look at the book for Come Together. It says love needs to be shared. In the upright position, it says love needs to be expressed. Drawing the Come Together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all its forms of expression: romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnerships. And so, I mean, the overall vibe is pretty good. But the fact that we do have, so with the Page of Swords here, your person could be watching you online. You guys could be at a distance from each other at this point in time. Let's see, we'll do it this way. Yeah, okay. But we'll have to see what direction these are going towards, because with that Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, this could be your person, you know, maybe wanting to come together with you to express and show love towards you. But that Two of Pentacles, though, could still be about weighing options, okay? We'll see what direction this is going in. Pile 3's person, their overall thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. They're honest. They're honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3 at this point in time. One more shuffle. Pile 3's honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. Or Pile 3's person's honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. Pile 3's person, their honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. Their honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3 at this point in time. Their honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. We're going to get 3 more. Okay, those two came out together. Oh, okay. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have lost our spark. That's interesting. Let's see how this works out, you guys. So out on the board, we have, for their honest thoughts and feelings towards you, we have not quite what I'm looking for in a life partner. We also have, I question your love for me. I'm distracted, so your person is feeling distracted away from you and from this connection for whatever reason at this point in time. Their thoughts and feelings towards you says, I can still feel the pain. We were moving too fast, and then we had 2 cards come out together. One that says, wishing I was with you now, and your heart is safe with me. Okay. So, and then bottom of the deck again, lost our spark. You know, it almost feels like your person coming through, like they want to see you. They want to connect. For those of you where you are separated, you're not talking, they want reconciliation or they want a reunion. But there still isn't any energy coming through in your person or with your person right now, Pile 3, where it's coming from a place of like wanting anything significant, okay? There is a very light-hearted energy coming through in this come together card, where they, you know, this is them wanting to maybe touch base, to catch up, to find out what's going on. But it's not going to come with any promises of commitment. It's not going to come with any promises of a future or the two of you, you know, living a romantic life together. And it could be very well that your person, for whatever reason, doesn't see you and them as being compatible in terms of like life partners, okay? There could be some fundamental differences your person is seeing that in their eyes would cause, that doesn't like, yeah, it is what it is. Your person is seeing some fundamental, at least to them, some fundamental differences. Is this lifestyle choices? What's those fundamental differences? Tell me more about not quite what I'm looking for in a life partner. Yeah, they don't, you know, this is very honest and blunt, Pile 3. Your person doesn't quite see you as the one. This could be due to their experience with you, okay? It's like this is information that they've gathered by either getting to know you better, spending some actual time with you. You know, it is kind of coming through. Your person, it feels like your person is friend zoning you in this connection. That's what it feels like. Tell me about I question your love for me. That's interesting. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Is this pile three's energy? Or pile three's person? Give me a minute. Yeah. Let me get one more card. There's something about the way that you handled yourself, the way that you showed up, or a way that you haven't shown up in this connection. That it feels like it changed your person's mind about you and about this connection. They may have saw you at some point as somebody that, you know, I don't know. Did you ever, pile three's person, did pile three's person ever see pile three as someone they could be with long term? That's too many. They did. Yeah. You guys may have had a lot of like conflicts and fights and mean-spirited energies back and forth, or they're seeing something, or at least they're seeing the possibility for that. Okay. There's some fundamental incompatibilities, and it could just be, you know, it could be something as simple as you weren't showing them that you were really into them. You know, there's something about behavior here. Someone's behavior here. I mean, for some of you, it could be something along the lines of, you know, especially if they found out, like, if you were talking to other people, if you were keeping, you know, lines of communication going with maybe other potential romantic suitors and they found out about it. Whatever this is, it was like unexpected. Your person was not expecting it. And so now they're questioning whether or not any of it was real. Did you mean what you said to them? You know, when you told them that they were the only one that you wanted, it's like now for whatever reason, they feel like they have a reason to believe that maybe it wasn't genuine. It wasn't coming from a genuine space. They're questioning your love for them because of something that you said, some kind of an action that you took or didn't take. Okay. But it feels like it hit your person out of left field, like they weren't expecting it. Tell me about I'm distracted. So with this come together card that's opening up the reading, and this is your person's overall energy towards you, they're still very curious about you. They probably still watch your social media with the Page of Swords. There's even an energy of them like, you know, they don't mind getting together and catching up with you and seeing what you're doing and what you've been up to and stuff like that. But there is an energy now, pile three, that your person holds towards you and towards this connection where they're not going to take it anything. They're not going to take it seriously beyond, I feel for most of you, it feels friend zoned, like platonic friend zone, right? For some of you, your person might be interested in maintaining something casual that's like loosely, sexually, involved, right? Keep it like friends with benefits, a situationship, or something very casual. But for many of you, it's like your person is like, I'll be your friend, but they don't, you know, but beyond that, they don't, you know what I mean? With that, especially with that Nine of Pentacles and that Two of Pentacles there, this could be your person seeing you as just, you know, like you're okay on your own, they're okay on their own, but for some reason, like things just between the two of you, they're not seeing you in this connection as being something that they can take out of the friend zone, or that they want to take out of the friend zone. All right, tell me about I'm distracted. You know, they could be distracted with work, with financial endeavors. With the Ten of Pentacles coming up in the reverse, though, I mean, that can talk about maybe some long-term investments that maybe have gone south or have gone sour. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be long-standing, like family issues where finances are involved and affected. Yeah, your person is, for whatever reason, feeling the need to be very disciplined and exercise a lot of self-control when it comes to whatever this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse energy is. Could be a very long-standing family situation or circumstance. Could be a family business or something that, or a business that they have been running for a long time that might not be doing so well. And, you know, if your person is married, or there could be something to do with that as well. Trying to hold back on that they just feel like that's where they're needing to put all of their time and attention is by, I feel like whatever that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse energy, your person's putting in a lot of their focus and attention on trying to rectify whatever that is so that the Ten of Pentacles energy can go back into the upright position for them, okay? Tell me more about I can still feel the pain. About what? Ooh, did you not choose them? Is this, we got the Two of the Two of Wands in the reverse. Your person may not feel like they were chosen by you. Tell me more about the Two of Wands in the reverse. Especially if they feel like you picked a whole other path, pile 3. It's like, you know, there's almost an energy coming through like, well, you know, we weren't right for each other anyway. But if you decided to go in a different direction for whatever reason, I mean, they, you know, it did hurt them. Tell me more about the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is carrying the overall energy of your person not feeling chosen. Okay, is this from chosen by pile 3 or someone else? Yeah, this is an overall energy. This is an overall energy of your person for whatever reason. This is like them feeling the pain of not being chosen overall. And so, that yes, it could be that you didn't choose them or they felt like you didn't choose them. And that's just another, to your person, if that's what happened, that's another incident that your person is like, see, that's what happens to me all the time. They don't feel like they've been chosen. And again, because with it says, I question your love for me, there's something in the way. It feels more like there's like an action you didn't take. There's something you didn't do. There was things you didn't say, right? Almost like you held back maybe like your fire and your warmth from them. And they're equating that with, you know, well, you know, they were expecting like if you love them, then, or if you wanted them, you would have shown up a very specific way in their head, and you didn't do that, right? Your person, it feels like your person feels like they were rejected by you for some reason, okay? Tell me about we were moving too fast. Yeah, somebody hit the brakes on this connection. The Three of Wands in the reverse. There could have also been a lot that was said, or a lot that was promised, or a lot of dream building that happened between, you know, the two of you, and there was never any follow through. Your person could have felt like they got swept up in your energy, or maybe they felt like, you know, they got swept up. Yeah, they got swept up in your energy, or you got swept up in theirs. Whose energy is this? We were moving too fast. Yeah, they felt like, yeah. Your person feels like they closed up, they clamped up. so weird because it feels like it doesn't belong there though. More and more what this feels like is your person I'm hearing feeling left out. They feel left out for some reason. A lot of the stuff that's coming through here though feels like it's your person leaving you before you could leave them. Friend zoning you before you could friend zone them. Because, you know, they've opened the reading with not quite what I'm looking for in a life partner, but they're closing it with wishing I was with you now and your heart is safe with me, right? Let's see in what capacity wishing I was with you now. What capacity is that? Like what, just as friends? More than friends? More than friends. Or no, sorry, friends. They feel like that's the only way that this connection between the two of you is going to work. Is just by being friends. For some reason, they're like, anything more than that between me and pile 3, it gets complicated as far as your person's concerned. Tell me about lost or spark. Whatever it was that may have attracted the two of you together, whatever kind of chemistry that the two of you had, it feels like it has actually been lost. And there's multiple reasons why that could be. It could just be the two of you have been apart for a long time. And so, you know, whatever that chemistry was, it just naturally kind of faded away with time. For some of you, I'm hearing it faded away with time and distance. Time and or distance. Yeah, that 2 of Wands can talk about distance too. Can also talk about there was just too much waiting, too much left in the air, too much left unsaid. And as time has gone by and too much was left unsaid, you know, and just slowly faded away. You know, there with the Knight of Wands showing up at the back of the deck, though, it feels like the ability is there to reignite that spark, but your person feels better just leaving it where it's at. I'm telling you, this feels like your person they feel more comfortable friend zoning this connection. That's just where they feel safest with. It says your heart is safe with me underneath wishing I was with you now. Your person is saying, like, you know, maybe they're feeling like either this is for them and or for you. They do better. Is this, okay, hold on. Is this exclusive to pile 3 or is this an overall feeling? It's an overall feeling. Your person just feels for whatever reason. Maybe they feel like they treat their friends better than they treat the romantic connections. Or maybe they feel like you treat your friends better than you treated them as a romantic connection. And with your heart is safe with me, with the Ace of Wands coming out in the reverse, it's like literal friend zone. No funny business, no friends with benefits, no situationship, like no sex, right? No sex and no romance, no passion, none of that. This almost feels like your person like snuffing out that spark on purpose. Distancing themselves from you on purpose so that that spark dies out okay? I'm telling you, your person feels threatened by you and by this connection for some reason. And again, it could be because of something that you didn't say, or something that you didn't do, or something, or it could have been something that they witnessed with you and other people. You know, it could be that they expected, you know, they have an ideal or an idea in their mind of what interest in them looks like, and to them you weren't displaying the kind of interest in them that they were thinking. What I'm kind of getting with this, not what I'm quite looking for in a partner, this feels like you not pursuing them, and because you didn't pursue them, they're taking that as like, oh well, you must not want me as much as, you know, I thought you did, or as much as you say you do, because you're not acting in the way that I perceive somebody interested in me would act. It's kind of like where your person's coming from. This could be like love languages not being the same, you know, but I kind of feel like there's a misunderstanding here. Your person, they weren't reading you right, or they weren't understood. There feels like there's a misalignment in understanding and communication between the two of you. I feel like your person got the wrong idea about you, pile 3, and it affected everything. All right, that was your reading. I hope that it helped, or I hope that you got from this reading what you came here for. If you did, do me a favor, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile, let me know how it resonated. If you haven't already become part of the family, you can do so by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.